Today's conversation is going to be a little bit different topic, and I know I might get some pushback on this, and I would love the feedback and I'd love the comments from everybody on it. But I think every workplace should have a therapist on staff full time there to help everybody that needs it. And hear me out now. I mean, sometimes it's not, that we want to get into the deep, dark woods or anything else like that with certain things. But just imagine if you're stuck in a sales process or in a funk or something that's going on at work and you just need to talk about it and vent with somebody. And you can't do it with Susie at the water cooler. And you know that Betty or Karen is going to spill the beans to everybody else. But having a counselor on site where you can go and schedule an appointment and they're right there to help you. And you know, because they are licensed, that they can't share any information with your employers because it's a HIPAA violation, that when you go see them, that you can truly open up and talk to them. Maybe you're just having a bad day at work and you don't know why, and you just need to vent and talk about the anxiety that you're having. Having a counselor on site as an employer is not a cost, it's an investment. And I'm going to tell you right now, that investment, that return on investment you're going to get is tenfold. Why? Because the companies that I'm working for right now, when I'm spending even just 1 and 2 days a week on site with them, they are seeing dramatic increases, and it's not only in productivity, but the morale that they're having, because it actually shows that you care about them. They love it. And it also gives them the opportunity to be able to just say, hey, I'm stuck, I'm stressed, I don't know what's going on. Why am I having anxiety about this presentation that's coming up? And we can walk through it. We can talk about it. We can talk about their best hopes. We can talk about what it looks like. We use a little bit of solution focus. And why? Because everybody in the workplace is driven. They know what they want. They know how to get it done. You having an anxiety about a project? Let's talk about it. You're having anxiety about dealing with a coworker? Let's talk about it. You're having problems with your boss? Let's talk about it. I'm going to tell you right now, companies that have people on staff that are licensed therapists show a bigger improvement in overall productivity. They're running studies right now that shows it. Every company, like I said, that I work with and their sales teams that are stuck or they don't know what's going on, just to come in and sit with me for 10, 15, half hour, even an hour, to sit down and we can walk through the process and we can talk about it. We can see what their roadblocks are mentally. We can even see what the physical roadblocks are. Shit, I've had a guy the other day getting pissed off that he couldn't work because his chair hurt his ass. But, again, we talk through it. We walk through it. What is the mental block that you don't think you can sell? A lot of times it comes down to that they just had a bad day driving in, or they got something else on their mind and they just need to figure out how to get it off, but they didn't even know it was bothering them. But having a mental health specialist on site or somebody that they can go to in immediate, all right, fine. You don't have somebody sitting next to the lobby door where they can walk into the office, then give them a Zoom opportunity. I have open work on Fridays that I work with a lot of clients, and they're able to just call in on and talk to me about different topics and different things that they cannot normally talk to their boss about, or they cannot talk to management about. But guess what? Management and their boss wants them to talk to me. Why? Because it shows that they care. And why? Because their productivity increases. Their morale increases. They know that they're not talking to, like I said, Karen, and Karen's going to tell everybody because they're just venting. They're actually talking to a certified specialist that's going to get them through things. Having a mental health specialist, a life coach, or somebody on staff, or even as a consultant that comes in a couple days a week, is going to change. It's going to change the way your staff works. It's going to change their mentality. It's going to change their morale. Yes, I keep repeating the same things, but for the love of God, being a CEO that's done it and brought somebody in the past to see that it works and to see those changes and to now be on this side in this seat and to see the changes and understand the conversations that people are having and why they're having them, man, it is life-changing and it affects your bottom line. We have companies right now that, they're going through and they're putting the quiet rooms in so that people can meditate and they can focus and do yoga and all that shit. It's great. Don't get me wrong. But you know what? Sometimes you just need to have a quick 15-minute conversation to say, fuck, I got shit in my head and I need to get it out. And here's how we're going to do it. And this is what it's going to look like. And they sit and they word vomit and they get up and they go, man, I feel better. I can go sell. Or you get little Bobby Sue that comes in and sits down and says, I'm really struggling. I can't make a close. I haven't done it in 30 days. And if I don't get into close here in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to lose my job. Great. What happens if you lose your job? What happens, what that going to look like. And then we walk through the sales training process. Are you missing any steps? No. Oh, I didn't realize I missed that step. Oh, I forgot about that. All right, now we're in business. Where those are the conversations that aren't going to happen with the CEO. They're not going to happen with the VP of sales, and they're not going to happen with your manager. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're in commission, the guy right behind you, he's not going to take time to talk to you because he wants to make money. And if he's talking to you, he's not making money. So having a mental health therapist on site, part-time, full-time, or at a disposal where they can call anytime they need to, is going to be a game changer moving forward with your business, your department, and your corporation. Again, I'm Chris Kourtakis. I'm a licensed therapist in the state of Michigan. You can check me out online at chrisk.com, or askchrisk.com and askmetanoia.com. I'd love the opportunity to work with you. I'd love the opportunity to explore with you. And I'd love the opportunity, if this is something you want to do for your corporation, let me be a part of that hiring process and make sure we get somebody that fits your culture and it's going to help you guys out. But I'm going to tell you right now, that salary of what you're going to pay them, you're going to get back tenfolds from your employees, from your staff, and you're going to see it starting tomorrow. Don't wait. And in the meantime, hit that button down there. Let me know if you like this content. If there's something else you want to see, if you agree with it, you don't agree with it, love to know. Love to get your opinion on it. And make sure you subscribe, like, and share down there as well, because it's people like you that are going to get me noticed and get me out there because, guys, I'm growing this channel. I want to share the information, and I hope it's something that you guys love.